Alright, welcome everyone. We are Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for Monster, episode 51. Alright, yeah. Tenma has been arrested.
Mm-hmm.
And Grimmer's gone. Yeah.
Although, at least he wasn't arrested with Tenma. That's
right.
Good.
I think the main thing is that Grimmer's out of the story, and that's kind of a sad goodbye.
But he doesn't have to be he could
the amazing
go all
Shiner
and just bust Tenma out, and then they could be fugitives for a good reason. You know.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
But okay, for now, he's on the run.
And Lunge is still a badass.
Lunge is being a total badass, and he is ahead of Tenma. Like, he is actually ahead of Tenma in, like, solving the mystery of this thing. Because he's legit. He knows what he's doing, and,
Yep.
Yeah. Yep. Looking forward to more of this, guys. So, yeah, Monster. Let's get into it. Oh!
Oh! 今日だけは丸ごとランガーじゃないわ。それで狂った科学の株をちょいと買った。それが大当たりだ。
Wow!
呆れた人だな。一杯だけだ。何度も言うが、アルコール依存症というのはほんの少しでもバカ飲みしても同じなんですよ。実は見てほしい女がいるんだ。ひどいアル中なんだその女も。
Oh no!
Wait, Ava?
Oh my gosh,
Could this be Ava? Could this be Ava? That would be so amazing.
今から往診なんです。チェコのプラハ行ってきましたよ。いやー、実にいいところですな。プラハ城。
Wow. Wow.
夜の旧市街広場のライトアップの美しいこと。チェドック橋はあなたに言われた通りにね。そして見つけましたよ。3匹のカエルもね。
It feels like we're getting ready to tie a whole bunch of things together. Like,
yeah.
Like.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
Wow.
Holy crap.
Dang. Yeah.
I almost expected a Okasan, and then like a little kid comes, you know, from around the corner. Well,
yeah. Yep. Oh my god.
Okay.
Oh my god. Oh my god, you were right. Yes! You were right. You were right.
Yes!
You were right.
Yes!
She's back.
I'm so happy.
Why do they keep like jerking us around? She's back. Yes! Yes! Yes!
Yes! Yes!
あの時の頭の手術が成功していなかったら今頃孫と一緒に公園を散歩する。
Oh, is this someone that Tenma had helped in the past?
No, is this the mayor? Potentially?
No, because the mayor died.
Oh.
あんな優しい先生がこんなことするわけない。
Wow.
みんなに集まってもらったのはこのため。ドクター天馬の元患者なら同じ気持ちの。
Wow.
Yes! Yes! No way! This is all the people! Oh! Okay, if we get to see the old man and the young girl again, that would be great.
Wow. Oh.
Oh, and they're together now. They're together.
Yeah.
ドクター天馬が無実の罪で捕まったんだ。
Yeah.
あの人がいなかったら、私は今頃この世に。
先生、早く見てくれよ。
今準備してるんだから待って。
Wow, everyone.
文句言うなって。ドクター最近ちゃんとした医学生やりながらやばいのにここで無許可の診療やってくれてんだからよ。
Dang. Jeez.
はい。しかしまだドイツのどこに天魔の身柄が移送されるのかわからないんです。
This is great. It's like power of friendship.
Shoeld, yeah.
Oh yeah, and power of Shoeld. Whoa.
最高の刑事弁護
A lawyer in every state.
はい。
あの男しか怪物を消し去れる。
All right. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Oh, this is so good.
This is amazing.
So good.
ドクター天魔の元患者たちに呼びかけましょう。我々一人一人の力は小さくてもそれを合わ
This
せ
is
れば
awesome.
Yeah.
早速アイスラー記念病院にも協力を求め。
アイスラー記念病院はそんなもんに協力なんかしやしません。
Who's
さっきから
this?
聞いてました。はやー、泣けてくるお話でした。
Wait a minute.
Wait.
でもね、
No way.
どうやって天魔の無実を
Wait.
The guy
Yeah.
from the very beginning.
The very beginning.
Becker,
Yeah,
that's right.
yeah.
それなりの動機はあるし、逆にアリバイはない。
Oh my gosh.
物的証拠だって上がってるって話じゃないで。あんた、天魔とどういう関係？
All right.
Yeah.
Ava's getting brought back in.
Uh-huh.
エヴァハイネマンさん。あんたもしかしてデュッセルドルフアイスラー記念病院で殺害された
ドクター天魔、私の人生を崩壊させた男よ。でもね、私しかあの男を救えない。見ちゃった。
Because she can testify.
Yeah, that's right.
Yep.
Yes.
療術中にもドイツに
Okay.
送還されることが
Right.
決定しました。
そんなはずない。この人は、
Dang.
このドクターは。
ドクター天魔だ。スーク、お前の命の恩人だよ。ドクター天魔も身に覚えのない罪を着せられている。お
Wow.
前と同じ境遇ってわけ
Yeah.
さ。
Yeah.
一番疑いたくない人物まで疑え。
Oh no.
Oh. Oh.
行かなくちゃ。とにかくプラハ署に行って。
探したぞ、スーク。
ブラジェク刑事、ストラウスキ刑事。僕は
もう逃げなくてもいい。
Yeah.
本人しか知り得ない全事件に関する詳細な告白文だ。お前の嫌疑はすべて晴れたよ。
誰がその手紙を？
グリマーと名乗っている男だ。
なんですって？
Oh.
早速重要参考人として。
So much is moving and.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh, Lunge.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. But we shifted tones, we shifted music.
Mm-hmm.
Ah. Is he being followed?
Or is he going to take the picture out and take it somewhere else?
Oh my
No
god.
way. No
Oh
way.
my god.
何度も電話を入れたんだぞ。
部長、ちょっと観光ね。
まったく何度も
とぼける。ドクター天魔逮捕のことですね。
おめでとう、ルンゲ。君は知っていたんだろ？天魔がプラハに潜伏していること。よくやったルンゲ。地道な捜査がついに実を結んだわけだ。
私以外の誰かを派遣してください。
あ？
プラハはいいと思います。何しろ今私は休暇中なもので。
おい、ルンゲ、何を言ってるんだ。今に滅会させる。
Dang, Lunge is hungry.
Yeah.
It's like I can taste it.
わざわざプラハ組んだりまで来たけど。
頼む、一目だけでも。出なさい。
Okay.
こっちだ、来なさい。
Dang. Wow.
我々が取り調べの時手こずる人間はどんな人間だと何を言っても表情が変わらない人間、何も喋らない人間、そういう人間だ。怪物から美女への恋文、まるで小説の草稿だ。 君のことをずっと見てきた。君の全てを食い尽くすためだが逆に君の全てが私を侵食した。崩れかかった私が君にはどのように見えただろうか。崩れかかった私に君が与えてくれたもの。君は美しい宝石を残してくれた。永遠の命のような。
Oh my god.
Holy crap.
一番罪なことは人の名を奪い去ること。名前を取り戻そう。君の名前を返そう。
Okay.
君の名はアンナ。今はただ悲しい。悲しい。悲しい。
Oh man.
存在する。あの部屋でたくさんの人間が死んだ。そしてとてつもない怪物が生まれた。
I can't.
Everything. I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
Like, we're getting all these characters that, you know, from Tenma's past and everything, showing how much he helped people and that, he did make a difference and everything, and having them come back, and, like, the fact that Eva is back.
Yeah.
I'm very happy about that.
Yeah.
I am very happy about that.
Yeah.
And they made it so that it's like, it wasn't, we think we know why she's here, but maybe not. You know, it's not totally clear. But then there's the whole thing with Lunge, and like, and the letter and everything, and then like Tenma's arrested, and like Suk is now, we think he knows about Johan being Anna.
He's suspecting.
Yeah.
Basically, what they did was they took a ton of different characters in addition to the main cast,
right,
and moved their story all forward a little bit.
Yep.
And
like, we even got Shoeld back.
What's crazy with that is that it basically forces us to basically recap all these characters in our minds and go, right, Schumann, right, okay,
Dr. Becker, and
yeah. And there's just so many. There's just so many.
Yep. And this wasn't even like a third of them.
Right. The big one though is Eva. Eva can testify.
Yes.
Eva can testify and potentially get him free just on her own account. So there's that.
And then Shoeld, well, having the best lawyer in every state, that's helpful.
Shoeld is about to throw some money around and make things happen. And the crazy thing here is that now I'm actually like feeling okay. Things are going to work out for Tenma. It's going to be really awesome. But
Johan
what
is still
Johan
out there.
doing?
We haven't seen what he's been doing. And here's the thing: the fact that Lunge found the letter. Okay, the place was there was the wall and everything blocking off the door. So okay, but Johan's been here. We don't really know what he's been doing.
Wait, been here? What do you mean been here?
In Prague, right? He's been in Prague for a long time, and the things that we've seen from him do not match up with the amount of time that he's been here, right?
Right.
So the thing like the Red Rose Mansion and all that stuff, I would think that he had already been there and looked over every bit of it, and he would have noticed the wall and everything like that.
Wait, how do we know this is the Red Rose Mansion?
We know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of two different places then.
What places are you thinking of?
Bonaparte.
Yeah, that's the Red Rose Mansion.
Oh, this is it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Where Lunge was, yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
So the thing was covered up. There was the wall there, so I would think that Johan hadn't gone back there, but Johan doesn't. I mean, Johan, for all intensive purposes, knows everything, or we have to or he could know anything. So what?
Yeah, he's gone back to being a force of nature again.
Right.
It's really funny because it hasn't been a while since we actually saw him. Like we saw him very recently. So it's not really that he's gone into the ether again. It's just that there's a lot of things where we see potential influence from him, and yet we can't derive any information from that.
Right, like the fact that
nothing at all.
One of the things that seemed kind of strange was how the police officers that went to Suk, they were telling him the good news, right?
Yeah.
And he's talking to them, and they're not even acknowledging that he's speaking. Like, they don't seem to respond in any way, and they just keep saying what they're saying. Now, that could be nothing. It could just be...
That's nothing.
Yeah,
That's nothing.
But what all this makes me think of is that it's going so positively that could be the build up for when everything goes horribly, and Johan basically gathers all the people that might be issues into one place and just sort of removes them. But it's not.
None of those people are like almost none of those people that are just friends of Tenma's are
yeah. The only people that are really issues for him would be Shoeld, Lunge, Eva, Carl.
Eva isn't even really an issue.
Well, she knows about his existence and stuff.
I mean, okay, Eva's an issue
because she knows that at least he killed Junkers.
Yes.
You know, so.
I think it was just Junker, but.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure.
Well, yeah,
but yeah. So yeah, she's a potential issue. Okay.
But
so now that we have all these plot lines essentially getting resolved, and it was kind of funny to hear the cops say basically like, don't worry, it's resolved. I was like, funny. Yeah. That's a good one. But then he takes Lunge's words into consideration, realizes that, I should suspect the person I least suspect, and his detective mind finally clues in, it was convenient that she just kind of was there and all that stuff. So there's that. But Lunge finds this letter.
Right.
Now, I assumed initially that it wasn't definite whether it was the father
or Johan. Right, because the thing of I've been watching you and waiting to devour you and all that stuff, it could be very much Johan talking to Lunge, like, good job, you've been doing well, your time is limited. Or...
No. I never assumed that it was referencing to Lunge. It says, reclaim your name. Your name is Anna.
Oh,
so it's referring to
Anna.
Anna.
It becomes very clear.
But there is a way that it could be Johan in that he was separated from Anna at some point.
Right.
And he's been watching her, and he needs her to remember. And then he comes in to free her and kills a bunch of people. Now there's that, but that would be him as a kid. So it's more likely that this is the author because Lunge said it reads like a work of fiction.
And it also directly mentions the twins, and it would make sense for Johan to talk about them as the twins. Unless he was just wanting to be manipulative or whatever.
Right. So my assumption that it's Johan is stupid. It's not even. It's no way it's Johan. It's It's definitely written to be looking like the father. The thing is, though, this is the problem with Johan being in the story.
Right.
Anything that we get presented with like this, we have to assume Johan wants them to find it.
Because the thing is that if Lunge actually... Right, because either Lunge wanted them to find it, or...
You mean Johan wanted Lunge to find
Johan wanted Lunge to find it. Because if not, that means Lunge is ahead of Johan. In a way.
Because he busted down the door and went to this area and stuff like that.
And that would be the kind of thing where I would assume, especially since Johan's been there before and all that stuff, that I mean, maybe if he's already been there before, he wouldn't really be interested in it. But if there's a wall that's there to cover that up, I don't know. It just,
Well, there is an assumption being made that he was there before, right? Johan? We don't know that Johan was
We don't know for sure, but it was, a bunch of people died in this room, and the monster was, created here and all that stuff. So
right. But doesn't that sound like the monster, the one actually writing the letter?
Sure, he definitely sees himself as a monster, but then there's also the idea that if the father helped create Johan and or at least turn Johan into what he was, the way he talked about them, that definitely seems to be the case, then it would make sense, especially with how they were taken from the Three Frogs place that they were taken to the mansion then. So
maybe Johan saw all this. Maybe they both saw all this, both Johan and Anna.
Yeah.
But the main thing I don't think we can draw is that Johan necessarily was the one that killed them all in here. It could totally have been
it doesn't have to have been
Bonaparte, whatever his name was.
But it's not a stretch that Johan killed them.
Yeah, where are we having the notes? What was his name?
It's
Franz Bonaparte?
Franz Bonaparte.
I think that's right. Yep.
Yep.
Cool.
But, wow.
Dang.
Yeah. Like, I thought before that they were bringing in all the players, to Prague. No, now they are.
And not only to Prague, we now are bringing things back to Germany. So with Tenma going to be deported back, and Lunge staying in Prague, and Eva and
Dr.
Reichwein, thank you, being in Prague as well. One of the things we said was if Eva gets brought back into the story, she's probably gonna die.
Yeah.
And the thing is that
she's the big problem right now.
She is kind of the big problem for Johan.
Problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lunge is a festering wound. He's going to kill Johan eventually if he doesn't get dealt with.
Right, exactly.
Like that's his thing. And I think that's probably why Lunge will last longer.
Right.
Is because he needs to pose a legitimate threat to Johan.
Sure, before he's taken out.
And right now he doesn't pose one yet.
Although they did all those shots where it made it seem like Lunge was being watched.
Followed, yep.
So and Lunge seemed aware of it. It wasn't just camera angles, and stuff, but So yeah.
Yeah. So I think he's aware that he's getting close.
Right.
So there's no way he would leave this whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. The other thing that's a really big problem is that because this whole thing deals slightly with the Czech secret police and stuff like that, we don't know if there are just more of them out there.
Sure.
Like remember the whole idea of you keeping tabs on your organization is so difficult and stuff.
Exactly.
And it's the idea that there's potentially a splinter group out there.
And especially if Johan is the son of one of the people that went, was
like a leader
of the splinter group.
Yeah.
Then there's a very good possibility that Johan doesn't even need to create new puppets.
Nope.
He has a ready supply.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that also then begs the question that, like, if Franz Bonaparte is still alive, which I think they're kind of insinuating he is, like, at least somewhat, like, I get the vibe they're insinuating that he's alive.
He could be dead, though.
He could be totally dead. Like that could have been his resting place right there, is that room. And he was killed along with them, instead of being the one that actually was the killer,
Yeah.
I get the vibe, though, that
he's being built up so much that we have to meet him.
Yeah, he's not getting built up so much that we have to meet him. It's just that he's a key to the puzzle that if they never explored it beyond just kind of us finding eventually that he was killed by Johan,
it would seem incomplete.
Well, what we would have to assume then is that Johan then took Anna and made for the border.
Right.
And then they were picked up, and that's where this whole thing just kind of began.
Right,
And other than that, we wouldn't know anything about Johan's really origin, other than there was some crazy
stuff
people
that happened here.
And we know Franz Bonaparte fits the bill as being the kind of person that would try to engineer Johan a little bit.
The ability and the desire.
Yeah, he had all the factors lined up there.
Right.
And if we never got to talk to this guy, I feel like that would be a slightly missed opportunity.
Sure.
Just because I could feel like the crazy that would ooze off of this guy.
I mean, like, okay, it would be very hard to write, but imagine Johan talking to him.
Yeah.
Like, that would...
That's kind of why I want it. Like,
right, exactly. Yeah, totally get it.
Yeah. But that would explain why there's just nothing here but a letter.
Sure.
It's clean. Like, Johan's fixed all this a long time ago.
Yeah.
I mean... Yeah. Okay, so we have Shoeld back in the mix.
Yeah.
And Helenka Novokawa, or Novokawa, I believe.
Yeah, something like that.
That name doesn't ring a bell.
Nope.
So it's completely new. So they do the do, have Carl.
Right.
She splits, but she's keeping in touch correspondence-wise with Johan's mom,
right?
Which we then go back, and this is the thing that's crazy that they seem to be potentially insinuating. Shoeld met Johan indirectly once there, and that incepted the entire idea.
Right? Yeah, that's how Johan got the idea of I'll get that guy. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Which,
but that's the thing. That's the thing. That seems, if that's what they're insinuating, that's nuts. Like, that's crazy.
I mean,
they're basically
Johan,
saying,
but like,
I know, but he's what, 5 years old there? 4 years old?
Yeah, I think
6?
he's like 5.
Yeah.
Well, it was probably something where he didn't necessarily incept it then, but he just remembered, I'm just remembering this conversation. I remember that there's this Shoeld guy, he's rich and powerful and blah, blah, blah. And then later he's like, oh yeah, there's that Shoeld guy and all that stuff, and I have information on him. Cool. I can use that. Which is crazy. The
other thing that might be the real reason why is it's not that the meeting was the meeting was the idea incepted, but the actual tools by which came just through the correspondence from Margot Langer. Which that explains why, I mean, okay, here's what it was. It was, how does the monster know so much about Margot Langer? And it's that was him. That was him. All those letters.
Right.
He just became aware of them over some period of time.
And it seemed that Shoeld kind of pieced it together, almost. Yeah. Because he's like, oh, yeah, that kid, all right.
Yep.
When okay, he was about the right age, in Munich. Yep, that was probably him.
That was him, yep.
Yeah. Which is just, yeah.
That's scary. That's terrifying.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And I love that he's taking all these steps to, like, neutralize the problem. He's like, okay, Tenma, yeah, he could actually do it. So, let's make sure that Tenma is able to
get the best lawyers, best criminal lawyers out there.
Which one? All of them.
Yeah. What's funny also is that I could see Shoeld. It'd be pretty totalitarian, pretty disgusting, but he would basically just buy all the lawyers.
Sure. And even like the jurors or
well, that's the point. Who's going to prosecute if you don't have any lawyers?
Sure.
One of the police department, one of like the government officials comes up and goes, "We represent the
we find
the people of Germany."
Yeah.
Against, and then it's like this army of like 36 lawyers just comes out and sits down there,
and then 200 ex-patients of Tenma that all testify and are like, "Nope, he is amazing and he's wonderful," and yeah.
And that's the other thing, they have to prove beyond
shadow of a doubt.
Wait, how does it work? Is a reasonable doubt,
right? Yeah.
Hold on.
And it's tough because he has all the evidence and stuff against him, so it's kind of already been proven that he's guilty. So
yeah, but I think they actually don't have any first-hand information. No. One, because it's not true.
Right. It's just that he has
But two, they don't even have something where someone believes they have first-hand information.
Right. The closest thing they would have gotten was Eva and her false testimony that she gave once Tenma rejected her.
Yeah. And all she needs to do is testify. That's why I think like if
Eva's her head's on the top.
Yeah, you're right. Like,
and it sucks, but I guess we won't get Eva and Lunge teaming up.
Yeah.
But okay.
But maybe Johan wants Tenma to make it out of this okay. Like, he's never moved against Tenma in a way that's aggressive. But maybe Johan will actually be the one that saves everything.
That would be crazy if Johan basically just walks up and testifies on Tenma's behalf.
No. I'm not saying he would testify. I'm meaning he would do something to make sure that...
You're right, and it's tough because it's like, okay, does Johan care if Tenma's in prison, or does he just want to make sure Tenma doesn't die?
Oh, good point.
And I mean, I would assume he probably doesn't want him to be in prison, but he could.
Yeah, but he doesn't want also people to chase him, so...
Right. Maybe there's some exception for Tenma because he's his daddy, and it's, look what I've done, aren't you proud of me? And but
oh, that's another great point.
What?
If we think back and we use... This is the thing about Monster that's crazy. This is how well it's written, is that you have to think about time. You have to think about the story that's being told right now actually has more correlation to the past than the present.
Okay.
Which means that everything in the beginning of the show, if Johan was involved in the story now, correlating to the past, means that he knew about that in the past of the show, because it was the past to him still when he was in Germany, as a boy at 10.
Right.
Which means that him saying, Tenma, you're my dad, is in a way kind of saying, I killed my other dad.
Sure.
Claiming you as my new dad.
It could also be something where, but because of the book, him seeing the book, and that seems like he was remembering, so it could be that he had forgotten because of Kinderheim. Oh, sure. Right, yeah. No, because Kinderheim made them lose their memories, right? Yes, so he forgot about everything except Anna, and he just didn't want to forget Anna.
Right.
And that was his greatest fear.
I keep forgetting that, yeah.
So then he goes out and he's doing his thing, and then he sees the book, and he remembers, and then he comes back here. Yeah. Okay. Right.
Geez, so he's on a quest. Like, Johan's, we've been talking about this over and over again, but I really get bummed every time they don't show us him on the quest.
Right, because
I'm like, Johan, in some ways, you're a very compelling character, and I want to see you, at the very least, find something along this journey of yours, you know?
Because we love to hate him so much.
Well, I just love to see him on screen. He's so terrifyingly well written.
He's very, very compelling. Yeah.
Very compelling, yeah.
Yep.
Okay, next big thing I would say is the whole REICHWEIN'S situation.
Oh, yeah.
REICHWEIN being brought back in, and him going straight to Prague at the behest of Shoeld, with Eva conveniently brought back in at this specific time. It did seem a little bit convenient.
But since it was at the very beginning of the episode, you know, it was like...
Yeah, whatever, sure. So they end up going together. Eva is a little wacky still, a little crazy, a little loopy. She's all like... Tenma ruined my life. Ha 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 ha. I can testify, basically. Like
right. It's like, okay, clearly some healing has been done on Ava's part, but not some, but only some. You know, that dinner helped.
Yeah, sure.
But you know, yeah.
So I hope she's helpful. I think she will be.
I think so too.
I think we've had a couple things in Monster in the last few episodes where they've given us little false flags of sorts where it's like, you know, something that's supposed to be scary, and it's like, no, it's actually not that big of a deal. It's something that's all going to work out. So yeah, if REICHWEIN ends up bringing everything back to Germany, Lunge is alone in Prague.
It almost feels more dangerous for Lunge.
Yeah, I think what it will be is that Lunge will find the answers, and he'll have conversation with either Johan or someone really important. And this will be, I think, where we'll find out whether or not Franz Bonaparte is alive.
Sure. Yep.
Because if he is alive, I'm guessing he's going to be talking with Lunge in 2 to 3 episodes. If he's dead, then he's going to be talking with Johan in like 2 to 5 episodes.
Right, because they could always delay Lunge's story now because of all the stuff that's happening with Tenma and moving locationally, you know? But yeah.
Yeah, this is the other thing about Monster, is that they'll have episodes like this, where it's not a recap episode.
No.
But they go and they recap that these characters exist.
Right.
But then they move their story forward just enough to that we know, okay, they all want something. They're all moving towards something. They all want to help Tenma because they're all being made aware around the same time. Because I guess there's some kind of international news bulletin thing that goes over TV throughout Europe.
Because I mean, he's a very wanted guy. He's an international criminal.
Oh, right. It's not the same. This is the part that's kind of wigging me out. It's not the same channel that's being broadcast to all of them. It's that all the news stations are reporting. Whoa, big development. Yeah. And that's why the boss of Lunge was like, "Hey, stop playing dumb."
Yeah, of course you've heard about this.
Yeah, you've heard the news. What I think is kind of hilarious though is the boss was trying to say, congratulations, it was your efforts.
Yeah, you were in Prague. And I mean, that's a fairly good conclusion to make, because Lunge is badass and he is very persistent. So the fact
he doesn't buy the vacation thing.
Right, because Lunge vacation, you know, you're only interested in cases.
But
wait a minute.
But the thing is that what I would also kind of assume if I was the boss, that why didn't you pick him up? If you were the one, were the one out there doing this, did you just give it to them so that it would look better?
You wanted local police to do it or something?
It seems like he's assuming too much the best about Lunge. And yet, this whole conversation with him seemed to be that he was upset with Lunge. So I'm interested to see where that goes. Now, granted, I could see Lunge getting in trouble pretty quickly from them.
But no one's ever really understood Lunge very well.
No one really,
especially the people at his own police force. Yeah.
But wow, dang, this episode, it's a huge build-up episode.
Yes, but in the best way.
It's also a huge capitulation episode because they basically said, all right, Prague arc for a lot of characters just ended.
Yep.
And now we move on to the next stuff.
Right.
So yeah, looking forward to that. So guys, if you want to see the next episode's reaction right now, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You can get an early access there. You can watch full-length reactions there. And all this comes with Discord access where you can chat with us about stories or just whatever. And if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all next time.